Tom. I've been thinking a lot about why paying tithes is essential. I truly believe it's not just a religious obligation, but something that benefits us as well.
David, you know I respect your beliefs, but I still can't wrap my head around why someone should give away a portion of their income to a church.
Hear me out, Tom. Tithing is more than just a donation. It's a spiritual practice. It teaches us to prioritize what matters most in our lives and helps us manage our finances responsibly.
But couldn't you achieve the same by donating to a charity of your choice?
Yes, you can, and many people do. However, tithing is about giving back to the spiritual community that supports and nourishes us. It's about sustaining the place where we find solace, guidance, and a sense of belonging.
Alright, I get the sense of community part, but why does it have to be 10% of your income? That seems like a lot.
Well, the 10% figure comes from biblical tradition, specifically the Old Testament. It's a symbolic way of acknowledging that all we have comes from a higher power. When we give a substantial portion, it's an act of faith and gratitude.
But can't you show your gratitude in other ways, like volunteering or helping those in need directly?
Absolutely, and many believers do that as well. Tithing, however, is about consistent giving, creating a discipline that extends beyond just occasional acts of kindness. It helps the church carry out its mission, which often includes charitable work.
I see the discipline angle, but isn't it better to save or invest that money for your family's future?
Saving and investing are crucial, no doubt. But tithing is an act of faith that, in a way, demonstrates trust in a higher plan. It encourages believers to manage their finances wisely, often leading to a more balanced approach to wealth and possessions.
So, it's about trust in God's plan.
In a way, yes. It's a reminder that money isn't the ultimate source of security or happiness. Tithing encourages believers to rely on something beyond material wealth.
Alright, I can appreciate the spiritual aspect, but what about churches that misuse funds, or are embroiled in scandals? Doesn't that make you hesitant to tithe?
You raise a valid concern, Tom. But I believe that the actions of a few shouldn't deter us from fulfilling our spiritual duties. It's essential to find a church with transparency and accountability, ensuring your contributions go to the right causes.
That makes sense. I guess the key is finding a trustworthy community to tithe to.
Exactly. Tithing is a personal journey, Tom. It's not just about money, it's about your relationship with faith and the impact you can have on your spiritual community.
Well, David, you've given me a lot to think about. I may not be ready to tithe just yet, but I can see why it holds such importance for you.
Let me share a couple of real-life examples that might shed some light on the positive impact of tithing. The first example is Sarah. A young woman I know struggled with her finances for years. She decided to start tithing even when it seemed impossible due to her financial situation. Over time, she found that unexpected opportunities began to present themselves. She got a better paying job, and her financial stability improved significantly. While I can't attribute all of this solely to tithing, she believes it played a significant role in her turnaround. The second example is John and Emily. A couple I've known for years, had always been generous tithers. When they faced a medical emergency, their church community rallied around them with support and prayers. This helped them navigate the challenging times with a sense of hope and community that they believed they wouldn't have found elsewhere. Now, let's talk about some challenges that individuals who don't tithe might face. Financial stress. Without the discipline of tithing, some individuals may find it challenging to manage their finances effectively, leading to stress and instability. Lack of community. They might miss out on the sense of belonging and support that a close-knit church community can provide. Limited spiritual growth. Tithing often encourages individuals to engage more deeply with their faith. Without it, some might miss out on opportunities for spiritual growth and connection. Potential selfishness. Some non-tithers might become overly focused on personal wealth, potentially leading to a sense of emptiness or disconnection from their community. It's important to note that not everyone who tithes experiences immediate financial blessings. And not everyone who doesn't tithe faces these challenges. It's a complex matter influenced by various factors, including personal beliefs and circumstances.
I appreciate these examples, David. It's clear that tithing can have a positive impact on individuals and communities, but it's also not a guarantee for financial success.
That's correct, Tom. Tithing is a deeply personal choice, and its benefits extend beyond just financial ones. It's about nurturing one's faith and contributing to a community that shares your beliefs.
Thanks for sharing these stories, David. It's given me a better understanding of why tithing holds such significance for you and many others.
You're welcome, Tom. I'd be delighted to delve deeper into the concept of tithing and address some common misconceptions. Let's shed some light on this topic. Tithing, in its essence, is about giving back a portion of your income, often 10%, to support your faith community or church. Here are some key aspects to consider. Misconception 1. Tithing is just about money. While tithing involves financial giving, it goes beyond mere dollars and cents. It's a spiritual practice that symbolizes gratitude and trust in a higher power. It encourages selflessness and generosity. Misconception 2. Tithing guarantees wealth. Tithing is not a financial investment scheme with guaranteed returns. It's about faith and spiritual growth. Some people may experience financial blessings, while others may not, and that's okay. Misconception 3. You must tithe to be a good Christian. Tithing is a personal choice. It's not a requirement to be a good Christian or a person of faith. Acts of kindness, volunteering, and living a virtuous life also reflect one's faith. Misconception 4. The church only wants your money. While there have been unfortunate cases of financial mismanagement, most churches use tithes to support their missions, maintain their facilities, and help those in need. It's crucial to find a church that aligns with your values. Misconception 5. Tithing is a religious tax. Tithing is voluntary, unlike taxes, which are mandatory. It's a way for believers to actively participate in the growth of their faith community. Misconception 6. Tithing is irrelevant in modern times. Tithing remains relevant because it fosters discipline in financial stewardship, reinforces spiritual principles, and allows faith communities to carry out their work. It's adapted to modern times with online giving options and diversified charitable efforts. Misconception 7. Tithing is exclusive to Christianity. Tithing is not unique to Christianity. Many religions and spiritual practices involve giving a portion of one's income for various purposes, including supporting the community and helping those in need.
These clarifications help dispel some of the common misunderstandings surrounding tithing. It's clear that tithing is a deeply personal and spiritual choice, and its significance varies among individuals.
You've got it, Tom. Tithing is a practice that can be both meaningful and impactful, but it's ultimately a matter of personal conviction. Understanding its true essence is essential to appreciate its role in the lives of many believers.